Hello, I'm Jenny Began, and I am the webmaster for ingridmichaelson.com.
And I'm Nat Brown. I'm the CTO of ilike.com.
And I'm pretty lucky in that one of my favorite musicians is also one of my clients. She is very successful and is independent and has broken a lot of barriers in terms of her success and popularity. Her songs have appeared on Grey's Anatomy, Old Navy commercials, though a lot of you might not even recognize her name, but you might hear some of the songs later. She's also going to be headlining a tour this summer and opening for Dave Matthews, which is pretty cool. So she's got a pretty basic website, which is what you see here. Yep. And it's not very advanced and the content is really simple. But one of the biggest problems is that I manage so many websites that I don't have a lot of time to keep it up to date. So we've got press items, show dates, bulletins that all need to be updated. And because I have so many sites, it's just falling behind a bit. So that's one of the problems for me. And then in order to make it more interesting, we'd like to also have some social features added. And because I am mainly a designer, my web skills sort of peaked in 1999. So I can't really, do the things that I'd like to do in order to make the site more interesting. And thankfully, I'm working with Google Friend Connect and ilike.com, and we've made some really cool things happen.
Yeah. At ilike, we've been trying to reach out to bands and to users on social networks that are looking to discover bands and to find music. We have 27 million users worldwide on various social networks, so all of your songs belong to us. We have developed some open social gadgets for Hi5 and for Orkut, and we have 6 or 7 million users on those platforms. And what we did is we said, how can we take this gadget and turn it into something that can get to the places where we're not going to get? So a lot of people are on social networks, we know that, but we've always had this vision of syndicating that great content from artists that they create and that they want to get out to their fans, to take it to wherever the fans are. And one of the places we know the fans are is on fan sites. So how could we get that great content onto Ingrid's site? Well, we basically created a Friend Connect gadget, and I worked with Jenny to put that code on her site, and it didn't take very long at all. So let's take a look at what it looks like now.
So here is the new ingridmichaelson.com, and it was created using the Friend Connect features that Mussy walked through. Very simple. It's got a fan wall on this side of the page where fans can add posts. You can see I've added a couple. And it's also got a list of songs on the other side that are maintained from the ilike dashboard, which makes it really easy because anybody can add them that works with Ingrid, her manager, her record label, and they don't all need to have access to the website. So it makes things a lot easier for us.
Right. In the past, you guys had to come update the site. If Ingrid had a new song to post, she might post it to MySpace, and she might post it to Facebook, and she might post it everywhere. But now she can post it in one spot, and it appears everywhere.
And so a fan could actually come to the song list and check out the songs, and they've got some neat features where you can choose a song, and you can click if you like the song or not.
Yeah, that one you've already liked. You already like that song. You need to find one that you haven't told us that you like.
So Overboard, I like that one.
You already like that one.
And I can see favorite musician, as I mentioned.
Yeah, it's her favorite musician.
Okay, I like this song too.
Yeah.
And then I can see a list of people who also like the same song.
And you can imagine from Mussy's demo when the notification went out to the guacamole lovers in his world, that the same thing would happen here. We do that on ilike.com on social networks already. We let your friends know if you found a concert you like or if you found a song that you like, and the same thing can happen through Google Friend Connect, but now it's a lot easier to do that everywhere on the web.
And another cool thing that's going to make her fans linger on here a little bit is that for each song name, a YouTube video will come up, a few of them actually, and it'll make people linger a little bit. And we've got some album buy links for iTunes and Amazon, which just keep things really organized. And there's also a concerts feature. And so when Ingrid needs me to add a tour date to this, she can either do it herself, I can do it really easily, and there's no more rush to do it in the middle of the night. Really anybody can help out with that.
Yep, they just go up to the Universal Artist Dashboard, and they enter that information there. They can enter an event, or they can upload a song, and like I said, it just appears on all these places that the content is syndicated.
And it's also got some social features where I could pick a tour date and decide if I want to go, or maybe I'm going to go, and my friends will know I'm interested in that show, and maybe they'll come along with me.
And maybe, yeah, you can invite more friends, or am I coming to that event? No?
No.
You're going alone to that one. Okay.
We're going.
We're going together. I'm going twice to that one. I bought 2 tickets, it looks like.
And there's also a bulletin space where events and videos and blogs get posted, so it's really the most current information for an Ingrid fan. She'd come to this part of the page and she'd be able to see.
Wait, no way. She posted something just today.
Yeah, she posted a short story just today. So
okay.
her fans, which are very diehard fans, will come and see this.
And she just posted that right on the I Like dashboard. There's just a huge difference between her having to call you and make you type in something
yes.
or copy and paste it from
yes.
Word, and from her just going to the site and using a text editor, and then it's out there. It's right on her site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the code that made this all work.
Yeah, that's about it.
Good?
Yep. It just likes to scroll out of the way.
Yeah. So it's really short, and it's as simple as the Google Analytics code or AdWords. It's just copy and paste.
Yeah. So I was just going to take a second. There's some developers out there among you, and there's some press, but I was going to say, as an open social developer, our company, we've written to a lot of open social platforms, so we've invested some development effort in making applications that way. So when we looked at this opportunity and said, gee, how are we going to get our application out on all these websites, there was always the option of maybe developing our own syndication technology, but the idea of leveraging that whole set of code that we did for open social and all the user ID and login pieces and user identity management, it seemed like a pretty great thing to do. So what I did is I'd spent about probably a good 15 minutes creating an open social application for Friend Connect. I just took my High5 or my ORCID code, I copied some things around, I added a new row in my database that lets me know that this is a platform, a container, an open social container that I syndicate to. There's this synd parameter that I needed to say, yeah, I allow Friend Connect to be an application or a container that I go into. I created a couple tables in my database to keep track of people properly. And then I spent the bulk of my time talking with Jenny about layout, how this particular gadget is going to work. So I worked on the features. I didn't work on kind of all the crud that has to do with kind of users. Yeah, you guys worked on all the crud. And so that's really how easy it was for me. I mean, literally, we do build a lot of open social gadgets and a lot of applications, but it still only took 15 or 20 minutes of our time to lay the foundation to have another container, another open social container that we work with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about all we wanted to show you.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Ingrid has sent a bunch of CDs, and they're on the sign-in table if you'd like to take one.
Please
and
do.
Mr. Barry Welch is up next.
Great, thanks.
Thanks, Nat and Jenny. Hello, everyone. My name is Barry Welch, and I'm the engineer behind My Bible on MySpace and Bible Verses on ORCID and High5, and coming soon to iGoogle. As you probably realize, religion and faith are social activities already, and I just wanted to create a compelling tool that allows people to express that online. But you still may be wondering why I'm here. Well, I'm not going to pass around the offering plate and ask for a donation. Matter of fact, I think I just heard about 50 Wallets Snapchat when they heard to talk about Bible. So we'll move on. Well, like many others, I've invested a lot of time in creating an open social app. That's great because my users are on on High5 and on ORCID and MySpace and other social networks, but really they're on the web in general, on sites like Bible.com. And I want to be able to reach those users too. And Friend Connect lets me be able to do that. Sorry, I'm on the next slide here. Okay.
Have faith.
Yeah. Have a little faith, right? That's right. Okay. So not long ago, I registered this domain, and it's bibleapps.com. And then I threw out a logo. Switch over to here, please. Just a second. Thank you. Okay. And then I threw out a quick logo, and then I added Friend Connect. Let me show you how easy it was to set up the site with Friend Connect. Let's look at my source. Okay, some of that's my code, and then there's the Friend Connect piece right here and down here. And actually, there's the URL to my app. Okay. Okay. Let me close this. And voila, there's BibleApps.com. Let me sign in real quick. Okay, I'm going to have to sign out, Jenny. Sorry. Okay, now that I've signed in, I can see my friends and their scores, and I can challenge them to the Bible quiz. Let's see if I get this right. Just a guess. Okay, correct, yes. All right, great. Yeah, great. So I'm going to post a prayer now. I'm going to pray for world peace. Oops, can't fat finger that. Peace and more traffic. Yes. Very noble causes there. Okay, thanks. Okay, so I can also browse the Bible and see what other people are saying about my favorite verses. What I liked about Friend Connect the most was really that I didn't have to implement another user database. People brought their friends from their different social networks, and it was taken care of for me. Okay, well, that's it. Well, I want to thank Joyent tonight, specifically because they're helping deliver scale for my app. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. And please visit BibleApps.com. And next, I'd like to invite Paul from High Five and Lucian from LinkedIn, please, to the podium.